So now it's time to start with the JavaScript part of the project. So for that we need to use the script.js file. Inside of that, first we need to get the reference to this particular element, which is this heading element. So for that we need to create here a variable. So it is like const, and then this is actually a zoom screen. So I'm going to name my variable as zoom screen. Then we need to use here a query selector. So it is like document.query selector, and then we need to specify the type of the selector. So if I come back to the index.html, so here it is actually a container. So I'm going to select the container, which is the division heading. So it is like container, and then we need to specify the dot because it is a class selector. After that we need to create the variable which is zoom. So it is actually like 1. So this particular variable value will be used to keep track of the zoom level. Then the next variable value that we want to create is actually the let, then this is actually a zoom speed. So this will be the zoom speed. So it is like 0.1, which is actually a 10% zoom speed. And after that we need to set the listener. So it is like document dot add event listener. So we want to listen to actually the wheel event. So that is a wheel event. Then we need to call the anonymous function, and then we need to start its block of the code. Inside of that anonymous function we want to handle the event. So it is actually denoted by E. Alright. Inside of that, first we need to check for the condition if E dot delta y. So if it is that condition, alright, and actually I have added here two blocks. This is what if dot delta y. Then we also need to perform the else condition. Okay, so inside of that, if it is delta dot y, because right now the scroll, now why I have used here a y not x, because the scroll wheel of the mouse is actually in the vertical direction, and so we are actually updating the value in the y-axis. So that is the reason I have used here a delta y. Okay, so that is the reason I have used here a delta y. Then first we need to update the zoom screen, because if the zoom is delta y value is greater than 0, then it means that we need to actually scale the zoom speed. So we need to actually positively update the speed of the zoom. So we want to update the style as well. So style dot not computer, it's like style dot transform is equal to, then we need to use the template string, and then we need to terminate it. After that we need to use the scale because it is a transform that we want to perform. So scale, then to start its block of the code, and then here we need to use the dollar symbol because we need to actually here use the template string characters. So here instead of that, first again we need to use the bracket, then zoom, which is the variable value, is going to increment plus or incremented, then the zoom speed. So we want to update the value of the zoom speed in a positive axis once the value of the delta y is greater than 0. Alright, and if it is not greater than 0, then we just simply need to decrement the value. Alright, now if I control save it, and if I come back to the version of the application, so right now you can see when I scroll up, the zoom is actually out, and when I scroll down towards my side, then it's actually going to perform the zoom in. So that's it for this particular module. If you like this project, then please leave your review, because your review definitely going to help me to reach more students and also motivates me to create more awesome courses like this. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next lecture. Thank you very much.